That's better. Hey, it is me, Spider Prime. I'm, yeah, in the middle of doing the marathon of Optimus Prime. The Iron Spider turned up, so just think of me doing a cosplay of Optimus Prime. Anywho, today we'll be doing 3 stages of the Iron Spider. Only 3 stages, yes. I still don't know why, but that will be pack 15 here in Germany, and that is stages 60 to 62. So without further ado, let's get building in the Transformer set. Too close to the camera. So again, we get one of them on that side. Here's our parts. Oh, scissors. Name those parts if you're interested. So what we got? Well, I'm going to tell you. We have the right foot outer frame, gold detail, right leg outer cover, right top cover. I forgot to say foot there. So that's the right foot top cover, right lower calf cover, right toe cap, and the screws choice are screw J, screw E, and screw F. Cool. And the first thing it wants us to do is get this piece and this piece. And that will be just going in there. Orientation, please. Thank you. So facing that way, I'll just go in there like that. And that will be secured with a screwy. So that is looking like that. Once that is done, then we get this piece, and that will be going, how would that be going? Like that. Okay. Ah, there you go. Okay, that goes over the top like that. So there's a little cut-out groove there. I'll just go over the top there, and that should just fit in nicely. And then we've got 3 screw E's, one here, and one here. The last one going in now. Doesn't want to. So that is looking like that on that side, looking like that on that side. So next we get, which is this piece, and that should just go over the top of it. Like that. Press together at the heel. Okay, there you go. Then we're getting a J screw that goes in there, and that's the 3mm key of Allen. Wherever I put that, here it is. Squeeze it together if it's not going in, so it lines up. There you go. looking like that. Then we get some F screws that will be going there and there. Now they are going into metal, so dip-de-dip. This is pretty heavy. Looking like that. Then we put a J screw in there. Might help if I get the right one. There you go. That is looking like that. Does it stand up itself? It does indeed. That one's 2 E screws. One in there and one in there. So it's looking like that. Then we get this piece, and that is just a friction fit, so that should just go down here, this direction. Looking like that, that's good. Then we get this piece, and that will be just going in there. So what we got? We have an F screw to go down there. And an E screw just to go in there. There you go. So that is looking like that. Then this piece, that bit and that bit should just fit onto those little holes there. Get it all nice and lined up. Looking like that. And that is the end of stage 60. More big pieces. Here's our parts. Oh, scissors. Schoolboy error. Name those parts. I paused it and never told you what they were. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we get this piece and then we put it on, making sure the arrow is pointing up. Then we put these 2 screws in, my dirty fingers, which are screw J's. Lucky I noticed this so quick. Like that. Then we get the X nuts and then we put that on there. So you haven't missed much. Oh, that was lucky. I've tested the LED light as well and that works. It's got LED lights. Anyway, then you get this piece and this piece. That go in like that, and then we get some screwies. Imagine me finishing all this and then have to take everything apart. That would have been funny. There you go. So that is looking like that. Then once that is done, we get this piece. That will be going in there like that. And again, a screwy will be going in the middle. looking like that. Then we get this piece, and that will be just going in there, and that's going to be secured on the other side with screw Fs. I don't think you need oil on these anyway, because it looks like it's got the groove in there already. So that is looking like that. Then we get this piece over, looking like that. Then we get this piece, and that will be just going, so it has to go through there. Like that. And then we can put a screwy just in there. Remember, not too tight because it is a circuit board. You don't want to be crying in your soup if you crack it. Here you go. That will just, once you feel resistance, stop. So that is looking like that. Once that is done, then you get this piece and this piece, and that will be just going in there. It's directional, so you can't go wrong, and that will be going in there. So how would that be going? Like that. So in the groove, that will just go over like that inside, and then we get a screw. Yes, you guessed it, a screwy. And I think before you do this, prepare your screwdriver. So that is looking like that. No support for there because we got this piece going in. That will just go on top like that. Again, that's going to be secured with screw Fs. So I'm going to try it without dipping it to see if my theory is correct. As you can see, it goes in no problem. But this one's crossed, so let's get this correct. There you go. You don't really need oil for the metal bits because they're already tapped in already. There you go. That is looking like that. There we go. Which one? We get this one in first. And that will be going, where would that be going? Okay, just in there, I think. Yep, and then we get a G in there. And on that other side. So in that direction. Then do the other around the other side, just in there. Get that nice and flat. Okay, that's like that. Then this will be coming over. Swing that to the top. So So that looks like that, and then we get a G in there. Yep, get a G in there. Let's flip it over. Then we get a G in there. And then up here, there you go. One there, one in there, some screwies. And in the end, that is looking like that. Alright, that goes at the front, that's at the back. And that is the end of stage 61. Here's our parts. Oh, scissors. Name those parts because I forgot to do it last time because I forgot to unpause it, if you're still interested. Inner leg upper detail. Outer leg upper detail. Outer leg lower detail. Inner leg lower detail. Right shin cover. Inner back cover. Outer back cover. Central back cover, magnets, and the screws of choice, we have screw S, screw I, and screw E. And the first thing it wants us to do is move all this out of the way. Get this over, and it's just two lugs, two holes. That should just fit in nicely there. But I don't like that space there. Anyway, that's that done. Then we're on this side. So what we need now is, okay, how does this want to go? See if I got this the right way. Got 1 and 2. That's 1 and 2. Just trying to figure out which ones of these go where. Oh, there you go. So this piece with a number 2 on it will go there, secured with a screw E. Like that. Then we get again this piece with number 2, and that'll be just going in there like that. And that is going to be secured with a screw E. So that is looking like that. We'll swing it to the other side. And this one has got a 1 on it, so that'll be just going in there. Again with screw E's. So that's looking like that. Then we get this one with a 1 on it. That also has a 1 on it, just in case I forgot to say. That will just slip into there. Again, a screw E. That is looking like that. All around, looking good. Then we get, let's have a look. This one, I think. That one first. Let's have a look. Yep, that one going there. To that side. That's going to be secured with a screw. A screw. Wrong. A screw S. You thought I was going to say screwy. Then we'll flip it to the other side. Do the same. That will just fit in there. Again with a screw S. That is looking like that. Then we get this piece. I reckon we're going to put magnets on there now. Yes, we are, with screw eyes. So there's a little dent in there for the screw to go in. As you can see, little dent. Screw will fit nicely in there, nice and flat. Quite surprised it didn't go flying over there. Looking like that, and that will be just going 2 screws fitting in there nicely. And that is the end of that stage. And for a comparison, here it is with Optimus's leg. So you've got a scale, but you've got the Optimus. And that's just the calf. So it's going to be, I think it might be taller than Optimus. Now if you'd like to get this for yourself, and if it's still available, down in the description below I've put where to get it. Now that was a lot to do. Coming on along nicely, isn't it? Anywho, you know the drill. Follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you're already following. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. And most of all, too close to the camera. Transform and roll out. I mean, and scene.